Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the vwnut 1967 channel on YouTube. I am on my way to Volkswagen Day at the Larz Auto Museum in Brookline, Massachusetts. Musty one is in front of me. There is another Volkswagen behind me. You will see in a second here we are smoothed out at a nice 60 miles an hour on the highway. That's about max speed for us. We'll see you at the show. Alright, before the parade of vehicles gets started here, I slowed this clip down so we could address the a strange looking Volkswagen there. I guess it would be on the left side of our screens. Really cool car, rear engine, air cooled. Leave it in the comments if you know what kind of car it was. I didn't get a chance to really check it out, and I wish I would have. Alright, so this starts the parade of cars. For whatever reason, there was a lot of Vanagons and Eurovans there, so you'll hear me say that a lot. Only because there was a lot of them there, and I'll probably screw up which is which. We'll try and keep it pretty lively with the commentary as we go through. I definitely have opinions about some of these, and you guys will get to hear them. So enjoy the Volkswagen parade. It starts now. Alright, it starts with a Vanagon and a Eurovan, or Eurovan and a Vanagon. Then comes a really good looking blue bay window bus along with a cute puppy dog and a sweater because it was a little chilly in the morning. Red Eurovan. Coming up next is going to be, can you believe it? It's another Vanagon. Not that I'm getting disappointed with the Vanagons. I'm happy that people are there. I'm glad that people are using these things as cars still. I'm glad they're on the road. I'm happy to see them out there and people having fun. Musty one, ladies and gentlemen, followed by a yellow Volkswagen Bug. We'll see Musty one a couple more times in this. This is probably 70. It's probably, I bet it's about a 70-ish. It's my best guess. Earlier Bug. Good looking car. The vwnut. It's a nice car. I like the white wheels. Lowered earlier Bug. This thing had a ginormous sound system, and they had the people packed right in there. 3 people, and it was on airbag suspension. One of my favorite cars in the car show for sure. Followed by a lowered Herbie. Here comes Herbie now. He should be dropping right off at the edge right now. Nice and easy, right onto the gravel. Followed by a beautiful red and white, I believe it's a 21 window, and a gentleman taking pictures. We're mounted right on Krusty's bumper. Krusty is a 59 single cab owned by my friend Musty One. We'll address the Vanagon in the back in a second. That 21 window is going to back in right in front of the camera right next to us. The gentleman on the bicycle is Stan. He is parking the people. He is the guy in charge of this event. Did a great job. Stan, if you're watching this, I hope you are. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. You can see in the reflection, you can see Krusty and the camera mounted right there. Here comes Stan in the blue Vanagon. Followed by another earlier Volkswagen, lowered on some really nice wheels. Really like these wheels. Behind this Bug, I also like the mirrors, the swan neck mirrors or the crane neck mirrors or whatever you want to call them, way out on the front. This white Vanagon or Eurovan looks like it's got a lift kit on it. That's alright. Followed by the exact opposite, a lowered water-cooled Jetta. We'll give the Jetta a chance to cruise right by here. I believe they're just finishing up the paperwork, and here comes Stan to park the Jetta. Oh, it's a GTI. My apologies. It was a GTI, not a Jetta. I didn't see it coming in. This is a very flavorful blue bus. Vanagon or Eurovan. Not sure which. I'm sure you guys will correct me a whole bunch in the comments. Followed by this Type 3. A couple of Type 3s here. Look at that Savannah Beige Fastback. Sound familiar to fans of the vwnut 1967 channel. Beautiful car. Followed by this lowered squareback that was really nice, coming right up here any second. Alright, I'm not trying to be mean, and that fastback back there, or squareback back there is really nice. But and also there's a white single cab coming in, bay window single cab. But do you think this gentleman with the for sale sign, do you think he's seen the camera? Do you think he's gonna look at the camera any second right now? Do you think he's putting his sign right there, and do you think he's seeing the camera? So for a few shots, we've got this gentleman signing the camera until I come back and discover it. Now we've got a another Eurovan or lifted Vanagon coming through. Alright, that's Jody and his Speedster from Vintage Volkswagen Sales. We will probably see him in the comments. Followed by another Eurovan or Vanagon in maroon or red this time. Here comes a teal bay window bus. Teal, yeah, I'd call it teal. Followed by a 70s vintage Volkswagen Bug in yellow. He'll head right over there to the Volkswagen section. Good looking wheels on that car too, something different. That was like a four-wheel drive Rabbit called a Yeti. Followed by a green bay window camper and a mouse gray, let's go mouse gray bay window camper. Is it mouse gray or is it green? Is it gray or is it green? Is it gray? It's gray. Green, gray, or green? You decide. Followed by a blue or gray Eurovan. I'm going to say gray too. A little kid discovered the camera. Good for you, little kid. You should have taken it with you, young man. Should have taken it with you. Alright, we have a orange bay window bus coming. Followed by a green single cab from VW Bob. He has got a license plate similar to mine. His is vwnut 1 on his very nice single cab pickup truck. Dune buggy coming at you. I like the racing stripes. Followed by a very clean thing. They're becoming more and more hard to find, the Volkswagen things. This one's local to where me and Musty One are. He's not far from us. It's a sharp looking car. I see it all the time. Great looking car. Here comes a white bay window bus camper, I believe, or just bus camper. Definitely a camper. Followed by a Eurovan in white and a Eurovan in gray or blue. Sorry for the people. I shouldn't apologize for the people. The people are part of the Volkswagen community, so that's why I set the camera at the level that I set it to kind of capture some of the people too. Good looking Eurovan, another jacked up thing. I don't know if those are the synchros or the four-wheel drive ones or not. I just don't know enough about them. Here comes another one in beige and another one in beige. Followed by a good looking bay window blue. Camper or bus? That's a camper. Yep, camper with an awning. Red Volkswagen bay window bus. I like that red. Ruby red maybe even. Full camper looks like. Seen the propane situation underneath. Red convertible. 70s vintage Volkswagen Bug. Nice looking car. It was probably warm enough now I could have had the top down, but that's a user preference, I'm sure. I wasn't driving a convertible, so I can't say. We're going to park it twice, I guess. We'll park this one twice. Go ahead and move her over here now. Maybe now we're back in. Maybe now? Now. Small back window. Maybe hard to see. Maybe it's fogged up. Not sure. Not sure. You see waiting next in line on the runway is blue bay window bus. They call that a tin top because it has no camper on top. Just regular bay window bus. Another couple of Eurovans or Vanagons in blue and yellow, or yellow, depending on where you're from. What is up next? That looks like another white convertible Bug, convertible Super Beetle. That's probably a convertible Super Beetle. You see the roundy windshield of the indicative of the Super Beetle. Yellow thing behind them. Good looking yellow Volkswagen, yellow and black two-tone, yellow and blue two-tone thing. Nice. Another tin top bay window bus. Being told to stop by Stan. Hold it. Stan says swing her on over through there probably. Looks like that's what he's saying, so point that brown bus over that way. There was 215 or so, 14 or 15 Volkswagens at this show. First time Stan said first time over 200. Oh, I see what the problem is. We needed to park the thing, and so we had to go out, swing the thing around, bring her in wide like a semi-truck so we could park it. No? Hard saying. Not sure what was happening with the parking situation, but good look at the brown bus. New Hampshire, we like that. Followed by the orange camper. He's probably gonna back her in right over there somewhere. Run over some people who weren't paying attention. I was just kidding about backing over people. He wasn't backing over any people. Here comes a gray, light blue or gray single cab bus. Bay window bus. Also backing in. We're just putting these stuff in these things wherever they fit at this point, looks like. Gives you a good shot of it though from where we were setting the camera. Here comes Cheeto. Cheeto is a single cab like no other single cab you've seen. Pretty cool single cab. You'll see. This is Cheeto. I can't tell you what year he is. He is a single cab. I believe he is a water-cooled 4-cylinder, probably rabbit motor or something along those lines. 5-speed, towing his camper. With a bay window back hatch that opens all the way in the back. Super cool custom ride. Definitely one of my favorites at the car show for sure. He won, I believe he won at least a plaque in his class, if not first place. Super cool car. We'll talk about him again soon. Alright, here comes a maroon jacked up Vanagon or Euro van. Could be a Synchro. I don't see any four-wheel drive insignias on it. That's what happens when the vwnut finds your for sale sign blocking his shot. Followed by a 70s vintage flat window, roundy window, convertible. Earlier model, white wheels. I love the white wheels on that green bug. We've got a panel bay window bus coming right here. Good looking panel. Nice bay window. Musty one, ladies and gentlemen. You see he's surveying the scene, feeling like maybe that 21 window is a little bit too crowded to maybe his 59, and you'll see what he does when he feels a little bit too crowded. We got a trio of Volkswagen Golfs or GTIs here. Gray, darker gray or black, and white. And then behind them you guys will see is a beautiful blue and white 21 window bus coming in. I do like the water cooled stuff too. I think the lowered stance and the fitment, I like it. Alright, here is that beautiful blue and white 21 window. He's going to slide right around here and then back right up into the spot right there next to that other 21 window. Good looking bus, both of them, the red and white one and this blue and white one right here, both stunning examples of 21 window Volkswagen buses. If you guys follow the Volkswagen market, you know the price on them is just ridiculous. Another GTI or Jetta, maybe. Another GTI. Kind of a directional mag looking wheel. Backed up perfect on the spot there in this blue and white 21 window. Looks like we got a early 60s vintage, oh, it's a lowered bug, yeah, with some fog lights on it. Nice looking car. Another Vanagon or Euro van with an awning. It's to be in a brown or a red, followed by what looks to be a square bag Type 3. Yep, square bag grocery getter. Take the grocery getter right to the grocery store. A red convertible, another red convertible. That must be the red convertible section over there they're backing into. Must be hard to back up the red convertibles, that's my guess. After the backs in the red convertible over there, it looks like we have another red car, a probably late 80s red Scirocco, Volkswagen Scirocco. Well, it was a cool car to have back in the day. Followed by a 70s vintage, it could be late 60s, hard to say, late 60s, early 70s bug. Followed by a bay window camper in green, toting some bicycles around. Blue Volkswagen GTI. Oh, you can see we moved spots, ladies and gentlemen. We have a gray Vanagon, blue early bug, and a red bay window pop top. Musty one, that's what happens when Musty one feels crowded. We moved right around those two 21 windows and parked right next to Cheeto. Now we have a better shot for the parade. White, the dune buggy. Starts to get crowded, so people with that, there's a white camper. There's a blue and white tin top bay window right there behind it. That's Lola. That's Preservation Auto Works. That's their dog. Justy One. I call him Justy One. It's Justin at Preservation and his wife Meg. That's their dog Lola. She's the best. Good looking paint job on this split window bus. Hippie perfection of SeaWorld. Somebody really took their time and did a great job with that. Beige bay window camper. And of course, you know the people. Yellow convertible bug. Followed by a water-cooled Jetta, actually a Jetta this time, right amount of fitment on those wheels, lip to fender treatment, the lip of the wheel to the fender, perfect. Another Vanagon camper in gray this time, follow what looks like to be a relatively new GTI, and a convertible Carmen Ghia, looks to be, well, I'm not sure of the year. That could be 70s vintage, probably from the big bumpers. But my friend Jay will correct me in the comments. Jason 5150 was there. That's a good-looking GTI. However, I did not capture him driving in his Carmen Ghia. He was very sad. So he told me to just pick a car and say it was him in his new car. So when you hear me say, there's 5150, it really wasn't 5150, but it'll be 5150 MXVW. Here comes another split window bus gonna back in front of us, right in front of, for those of you who don't know, the vwnut's actual dream car is the Porsche 914. That black one right there is a stunning example of the 914. Beautiful car. We'll get to see just a quick little glimpse of it after they back in this split window bus right here. I'll see the reflection of Krusty in that shiny paint. Nice shot. There goes that beautiful 914. Alright, so here's a blue and white two-tone 70s bay window camper, followed by, a little traffic jam first. We got a little traffic jam. After the traffic jam clears up, we'll move on to a yellow dune buggy. Who doesn't love a good dune buggy? It's a beautiful day. It was in the 60s. Good day for a dune buggy. This is a Corrado. I don't know what year Corrado. Good looking car though. Volkswagen Corrado. Another Vanagon in gray, or Eurovan. I'm not sure which. Just call whatever comes to my mind first. That's what I'm going to call them. That one's in gray. That's a Eurovan in red. Another one in beige or white. Good looking roof rack on that bay window. Oh, some flowers on the side too. I like that. Beige bay window camper. Gotta have your dog hanging out. 60s vintage bug in black. Sharp looking bug. Sunroof edition even. Another Euro van, blue. Nice looking, little different treatment on the wheels. Something you don't see on any of the other ones. That was something different. Oh, good looking white camper with 2 racks, double down on the roof racks. He's going to go ahead and park. I think he parks right here somewhere, so we get a few minutes to take a look at this example of a white split window Volkswagen camper. Yeah, he backs her in right there. And you know, the people, of course, they are part of the story when it comes to the Volkswagens. The people gather as much as the cars gather. It's just as important for the people as it is for the cars, I think. I've seen this bus before, not at a Volkswagen show. I believe I put it in a video at some other random scenic place I was. I happened to come across that van again, or Euro van, or whichever you want to call it. Typical hippie decor on that one. I hate to say that anything hippie decor is typical because that kind of goes against the whole hippie situation anyway. None of that is typical. Very personalized. High roof? Is that a high roof? Oh no, that's a camper without windows. That guy must have just got that thing painted. Beautiful. Beautiful. The people kind of start to get a little bit in the way, so we get some shorter views of the cars. Not that the people got in the way, they're just they happen to be there too. The people are also there. We could say 5150 is in that yellow Super Beetle with early front fenders and headlights on it. Let's say he was there. Followed by this beautiful green crew cab, 60s vintage crew cab. That's a turbo diesel caddy pickup. It had all of the spool. If you know what spool is, it had it all. I'm not even going to. There's nothing. I don't even have. And then there's another gray Eurovan, or yeah, let's go Eurovan because it's in my head. Here's another white one with some fog lights. Looks like the lift is kind of the thing to put on these things maybe nowadays. Seen quite a few of them, haven't we, lifted up. Red, followed by this one. Looks like it's pretty much set up for going anywhere. Not sure if this is synchro. See if there's any 4-wheel drive badging on it. Didn't see any. We could say Jason drove this 5150, drove this red Carmen Ghia. It's got a big turbo motor in it, this Carmen Ghia. We see it at just about every all Volkswagen show. Good looking car. Followed by a jacked up Jetta. Here's a jacked up Jetta. Maybe jacking cars up now is the new thing compared to lowering. Another Vanagon in blue, Vanagon camper, followed by a blue Super Beetle. With Nerf bars. Nice. Another lighter blue earlier Bug with the orange fog lights. I leave this clip here because we switched camera batteries right about now. So there's lowered gray and white. I like that two-tone and the wheels on that car. Super Beetle white convertible, followed by a blue high roof Euro van. Here comes a split front window camper, musty one, checking out that strange Volkswagen on the corner right there. Good looking green and white camper. Volkswagen Cabriolet, could be late 80s vintage, it depends. He may have changed the headlights. Followed by a red wheeled Volkswagen Bug with a visor. I like it with the visor. I also like the red wheels as much as I like the white wheels. Another red Eurovan or Vanagon, followed by another GTI, yes, GTI. Gold Carmen Ghia. I was at the Frog Rock show with these gentlemen in this gold Carmen Ghia from Connecticut. Alright, there goes the gold Carmen Ghia. I do like the wheels on that Carmen Ghia too, and the roof rack. The roof rack fits that car really nice. Behind that you see the people talking to a white square back, and that's where we'll be headed next. Gentleman getting up close and personal with Krusty there. Thank you, sir, for getting up close and personal with Krusty. Yeah, I would say that is a white squareback. Good looking car. Also from Connecticut, I think they were also at the Frog Rock show. Probably. White convertible bug behind them. Not white, yellow. My apologies. Yellow convertible bug behind them. Alright, here is that yellow that I called white convertible. You can see as the people start to increase at the show, they also increase in my shot. Little traffic jam right here. Here comes Musty One, surveying the scene, making sure everything's okay. Red bay window bus. I like that color red too. We got some people blocking what looks to be a newer style Volkswagen Jetta GTI. But let's not address the Jetta GTI. Let's address the gentleman getting the shot on Cheeto. Don't be this guy at the car show. Don't lean up against the show cars to get the shot. Don't touch the show cars. My friend who owns that car was detailing the wheels when he showed up there. That's how much he loves that paint. Please do not touch the show cars at the car show. Alright, here goes that newer style GTI, followed by an earlier 60s version vintage black bug on some chrome wheels. Bay window camper in white. Small traffic jam, a shorty bus, shorty yellow split window bus. I believe Musty One was asking this guy to do wheelies. I don't know if he heard him or not, but he was being asked to do some wheelies by my friend Musty One. I hear that those things, they don't always handle that well. I don't really know. I've never driven one, never been in one. They sure are cool to look at though. Little shorty bus. 1976 Rabbit in green, on coilovers, static lowrider. We took a couple more clips of it. That's how much I like this car. I had a Rabbit when I was a teenage boy at one point that was lowered, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I really like this car, so we took a little bit of time to take a few extra clips about it. Good looking car. Alright, back to the parade. Blue Vanagon, brown, orangey brown, you decide, Vanagon or Eurovan, followed by another reddy brown, purpley, Eurovan, Vanagon. The real show winner is the young lady in the pink push car right there. She's got the real show car. So another purple Vanagon as it passes by. Little blue Vanagon or Eurovan. White bay window tin top bus. Here's this blue and white split window. Eurovan camper. Looks like that thing's probably set up pretty good with some bicycles on the back of it. Here comes another one with a couple of extra, maybe a couple of extra lights, or maybe that's how they come, I'm not sure, in beige or white. Behind that is E-Man Deluxe. Here comes a couple of more clips from Misty and E-Man Deluxe. E-Man is of course on YouTube with the rest of us. He built that car in 1 year in essentially a tent, basically an awning with tent sides. Great job, E-Man. If you guys haven't gone over and subscribed to him, all the information is going to be coming up on the screen any second now when I start to walk around his car. Mr. and Mrs. E-Man, ladies and gentlemen. E-Man Deluxe, ladies and gentlemen, and this is his car, Misty. All the pertinence will be coming up on your screen in just a second. He keeps them in his trunk, about the 1 year restoration. Oh, look at that glove box. Look familiar? So flattering, E-Man, that you took an idea that I had and did something with it for yourself. So flattering. Highest compliment you could give somebody. Best YouTuber ever? Yes, he is. E-Man Deluxe. Here it come, the pertinence for E-Man. Right there they are. Here we are back at the Volkswagen parade. We have a orange or red, depending on what your color taste is. I'm going to say that's kind of an orangey red bay window camper, followed by this Volkswagen Corrado in black. I think they made the Corrado in different colors. Here is the stockest 80s GTI I have seen in a long time. GTI 16 valve. A very clean early convertible is being blocked by these gentlemen. There you go, nice view of an early convertible. I think we see more of that in the video later. I think I shot some other footage of that as well. Alright, so here we go. That early black convertible rolls right on by. Red Euro van, followed by this white bug. You can see as the people start to increase, it kind of takes away from the view of the cars a little bit, but just the nature of where I had the camera. I want to capture the people too. There goes the white bug down the runway, followed by another jacked up Vanagon. Maybe not jacked up, maybe that's their stock height. I'm not sure. I'm not a Vanagon guy. Here's another grocery getter with a near perfect fitment. You see that wheel to lip fitment there. It's pretty close. I like that style. Orange bay window bus camper. Looks like he's got awning and roof racks on there. Red ragtop bug with either some Krager mags, mag wheels, look-alike mags. Look at this pumpkin-y fastback, ladies and gentlemen. That thing is absolutely beautiful on the BRMs. Followed up very closely by this 21 window ruby red and white bus that's just going to sit here for a while I talk to you guys about the parade and the parade cars. Like I said, there was just over 200 cars at the show. I don't think I caught all 200 cars in the parade, but we did catch quite a few of them. You can see there's another cabriolet that I think we get footage of a little bit later because that thing is so low that I had to capture it. This 21 window was super clean. We head into the museum after this. It was luxury cars at the museum. That was the display they had going on. They do change up the display occasionally at the museum. There's luxury cars, limousines, things like that. You'll see when we get inside. We start in the shop where they work on the stuff, and then we go upstairs to where some of the display cars are. Alright, so here we are. This is the shop area where they work on stuff. I'm not even going to be able to begin to try and explain all of the cars that you're about to see, so hopefully you guys who know can pick up on them. Just a bunch of really nice old cars in fantastic condition. That's probably a LaSalle, judging from the license plate is my guess. I can't really say. That's a Mercedes, I think. Hard to say what that little one is next to that big one, but they don't even look like they could be in the same car class, the two different sizes. This one is awesome. Who loves fender skirts, like fender skirts front and rear? Like, it doesn't get much better than that. Here's the name of this car right here. If you can read it, great. I did my best. Not always the greatest, but lots of chrome. I love the red trim on this one. Red accents, red trim. Just amazing car collection. They had the mannequins out. Great display. They always do a good job here with whatever they're displaying for the cars. A couple more shots of the red one here. In gold. My son has mentioned that one day he wants to paint one of the bugs white with gold trim. So there you go. There's black with gold. Shop apprentice. There's a very nice red with louvers. You don't see louvers too much anymore, but that's got all the louvers. Here's what over 200 Volkswagens look like from the top of the show. We do get some shots from around the show. That's what's coming up. Shots from around the show. This is the kind of the upper field. If you look real closely, you can see Ruby in there. You can see Krusty in there. There's that orange fastback. Here's the front lineup. Just past that, there's that 914. Just past that panel, and down that front row is where Krusty is. You can't miss Cheeto down there. He's that bright orange thing. Moving right along, we get some shots of a really, like, black is a hard color to paint a car and have straight lines, and this thing was straight and black, and I mean, done really nice. Really nice, really nicely done car. Air conditioning. Guess he didn't want to cook too much in the summertime in his black hardtop. But we got a couple more shots of this one. Air ride front and rear. I think said he did most of the work himself. So props to that guy. Great job on his Carmen Ghia. It's really, really top-notch work. Now we're another shot from kind of middle show. This is where you see, remember we talked about the red convertibles backing in with the things. Looks like that's where the red convertibles and the things were parked with the Type 3s there. And this is kind of the bottom side of the field, and then this is looking down onto the lower field and swap meet area. If you look closely, you can see 5150's cars in this shot. Misty, which is E-Man Deluxe's cars in this shot. Just so many Volkswagens. So many. I had to get a shot of the fitment there. Proper wheel to lip fitment there. Another shot looking down over kind of the swap meet area and where the overflow parking was. A couple of the cars we talked about earlier in the parade. I think most of them we seen through the parade. So many cars. You know, got to stop and look at the Type 3s. That squareback is super nice. There's Cheeto. Right next to Musty One. Now that we've picked up the camera, we're no longer mounted on his bumper, but that's where we were for the parade. And Ruby's back there in the row behind Krusty with the other bugs in the bug class. And this is from the bottom of the hill at the bottom of the swap meet, and then looking up. Couple of well-worn Volkswagens right there. Really like both of those Volkswagens right there. That's why we stuck with that picture for a minute. And that's the museum in the background. I thought this was a really good shot of the swap meet and everything, with the castle-like museum in the background. Well, we're getting real close to the end of my footage here. Just a couple more shots of a couple of the cars I think we've already seen, except for one, a really low cabriolet. But I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here. I enjoy doing these. I enjoy doing them for you guys, and we will see you guys in a couple of days.
Patina. What do you think under there? Patina. Do you want to tell the people? You want to say goodbye to the people? You want to tell them about how this is what you did while I was out at the Volkswagen show? That's what you want to tell them? Say goodbye to the people.